Lydia, remember when you used to be a kid and you'd play in this irrigation water?
Yes, I remember that. And now I'm thoroughly repulsed because there's a lot of goat poop.
There's a lot of junk
pee in here.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So those of you that have followed us for a long time know that here in Arizona, we water our lawns by flood irrigating. So a bunch of water comes down these canals from the local lake and everybody floods their yards. Watch out, Willow! Here it comes! Well, not everybody. You have to be in a certain neighborhood, and we're lucky to be in that neighborhood because this conserves a lot of water. Because when you live in an arid climate and you try to water with sprinklers, a lot of it gets evaporated into the air. But with flood irrigation, that doesn't happen, and everything gets a nice deep soak. So your trees do great, and our animals, some of our animals love it. So far, Elsa's liking it.
Yeah, she's liking it.
Dad's trying to get all the other pigs to come out. Here they come. There's Hermione, I see her. Hermione, your favorite part of the month. Oh, she's gonna go over there. Oh, she's gonna go drink that water. Even though there's all this water here. Oh, this is Hermione's favorite. Drink that up, huh? Now last time Hermione stuck her head under for like a good 2 minutes and had us all worried because apparently pigs can hold their breath forever, but we'll have to see if she does it today.
See if the piglets carry on her talents.
Elsa, do you love it?
Oh, that feels good when it's 90 degrees outside.
Oh my gosh. They can only play for a little bit though because this water gets pretty high. Oh, there you go. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Salem! She's gonna go all the way down that path.
Salem!
Good girl!
Look at this. Whoa. That's gold.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh, Minnie's in there too.
Minnie wants to come play with you guys too. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, these pigs are crazy. They're so funny. He loves that dog, Lydia.
He does.
Oh. Don't get Minnie.
Play with me.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, you've trained that pig to love only you. So this flood irrigation runs for about 3 hours, if you can believe it, and then everything soaks in about a day. It's crazy. Well, this is good because Salem's really excited and, you know, running around, but she's not chasing the animals, which is really good.
Chickens.
Yeah, chickens or piglets or goats, she doesn't care about them at all, which is exactly what we want. Oh my goodness, you are a mess, Salem. Look at, they can hold their breath really long too.
Put that whole nose.
Oh my gosh. I've decided this year, instead of complaining about the heat, I'm going to be 100% positive. You will not hear me complain about the heat, not one time. I mean, there are a lot of advantages to sweating. Like, I don't know, I'll look them up, but there's gotta be some advantages. So even though it's the beginning of April and we've hit 96 degrees, that's okay because I've decided to make a huge, amazing salad for lunch. This video is sponsored by ButcherBox. ButcherBox is a company that sends you high quality cuts of meat. It's nice because you don't have to shop around and find the best meats at the store or the best prices. You can get pretty much everything you want for a really great price. So today we're going to use these amazing top sirloin steaks and we're gonna make it into a delicious and healthy salad. When it gets hot, the lettuce always starts to flour and bolt. But I've got 2 heads, guys, and they haven't decided to bolt yet. So we're gonna use those. We're gonna grab a couple little green onions, and this cilantro has completely flowered over, so it's done, except for a few little sprigs down at the bottom. ButcherBox sources from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards for quality. So when you get it, you know you're getting it frozen, but at the peak freshness. I'm gonna go really simple with this steak, with just some salt and pepper and garlic powder, and then throw it on the grill along with some fresh corn on the cob. It may seem like a big deal to have meat shipped to your house, but the average cost is less than $6 per meal. There's a lot of flexibility, so you can cancel anytime with no penalty, and overall, it's just really convenient. It's great tasting and high quality, and it gets delivered right to your door. Now for the dressing. Oil, balsamic vinegar, some freshly minced garlic, a little bit of honey, which we have plenty of, some mustard, and salt and pepper. Then all I had to do was shake it up, and it was ready. So we have the last lettuce from the garden, some cucumber and tomatoes, grilled corn, the ButcherBox steak, green onions, cilantro, a little bit of goat cheese, and some croutons. This was a way fancier salad than I usually make, but it was fun to kind of treat ourselves and eat something that cooled us down on this hot day. Go ahead and click the link below to order your own ButcherBox. New members will receive the Essentials Bundle, up to 7 pounds of free chicken breasts, pork chops, and ground beef for free in their first ButcherBox order. So people often ask us if we irrigate the garden, and we actually don't. We actually just use our regular city water because it's really hard to grade everything perfectly, and a lot of times it will just flood and wash away a bunch of the seeds. We just have a very simple dripper system that goes all throughout the garden and waters it as we need it. But some of it still seeps in, which is actually perfect because it just comes down the rows. So every 2 weeks we'll get a nice deep soak. But then over here is our new composting system, and that seems to be working great. They got nice and wet, some of them are floating, but that'll give them a nice deep soak as well.
All the way full of water, and just need to turn it.
So far our compost system is working. Alright guys, I wanted to say thank you to those of you that have been super supportive about the decision to let Stella go to a new home. It was definitely not an easy decision, but I really do think it's the best option for her. I actually have some additional bad news, but I didn't want to give it to you guys in the last video. I didn't want to give you like a double whammy. A few weeks ago, I noticed a bend in Winston's leg. Yep. So what that tells me is the issue that Willow's been dealing with isn't just a mineral issue, it's an actual genetic body conformation issue. Now, it's pretty common that when a goat has some sort of leg issue that your first thought is it's mineral based. So the reason why I went with that diagnosis is because I had talked to lots of experienced breeders who have said, oh, I've seen this before, you know, just dose her with some minerals and hopefully she'll reverse. And because in Arizona, it's pretty common knowledge that we're deficient in selenium and copper, I figured that she was just deficient. And the interesting thing is that Willow has improved greatly with minerals, but she hasn't improved 100%. And so when I kept Winston and Winnie, it was so that I could really watch them closely. I didn't want a new family to have them and to breed them and just keep going with those lines. I wanted to keep them here so that I could keep a close eye. So unfortunately what this means is that Winston will need to be castrated. He can no longer be bred, and Willow and unfortunately Winnie will not be able to be bred ever again. And that's a huge bummer because I was really hoping that it was just more of a little mineral issue that could be repaired since Willow was already showing so much improvement, but it's not a good idea to keep breeding them or breeding that line at all. The reason why I bred Tilly with Winston way back in September is because Winston looked great, and that was not a good decision because I was kind of jumping the gun and I really should have waited till he was fully mature to see if that little issue had been bred out. So learn from my mistakes. If you have any reservations about a goat that's not doing so well or an issue that you're afraid is going to be genetic, odds are it's probably gonna get passed on. So it looks like this entire line, Willow and Winnie and Winston, will all be pets. So Winston will have his castration date in just a couple weeks, so there's gonna be no fear of him ever breeding, and Winnie and Willow will just never get bred. They'll just be fun pets. So maybe that gives you a little more understanding into why I decided to let Stella go, since now we're gonna have so many pet goats now. But if you disagree with me still, I completely understand. And if this is something that makes you not want to watch this ever again, I mean, I understand that too. So you just got to choose what's best for you. And I'm just gonna make the best decisions that I can based on all the information I have and all the different goals I have. Taking care of an animal is a lot of work and a lot of time, and whenever I assess my goats, I'm never thinking about if I want a goat or not. I'm always thinking about what is right for that animal. So Stella is gonna have fun getting to have more experience with different mini Nubian options and be able to stay with her baby, which is a huge bonus. And we're gonna hang out here with our little pets, and then we're also hoping to bring some new lines in to breed with Zorro. So hopefully we'll have some other future fun breedings down the road, but this has definitely put a kink in the plans. So the babies that are out of Tilly and Winston, those little bucklings will be castrated, so they won't breed anymore. And so this line has completely been stopped. So there are no babies that are sold or continued with this line, and hopefully making that decision will help make sure that nobody else has to deal with this issue, at least coming from our farm. A lot of breeders have told me that anything can be bred out, but you take a lot of risk in going down that path because there can be a lot of bad outcomes, and I just don't think it's good to continue to try because I don't want to produce any babies with that same issue. So far, Winnie's legs look beautiful and perfect, and Willow is just very slight and Winston is very slight. So I think they're gonna have a long, happy life here as long as they're eating their minerals and getting everything that they need. I don't think it will progress really badly or anything, but we're just gonna have to completely stop that line, unfortunately. Which stinks because he's such a pretty buck and he's got amazing milking lines from Moonrider and Willow, but it's just not gonna happen. As sad as it is about Stella, I am really excited about her adventure and I'm gonna really keep up with it. I do try to give updates. I give a lot more updates on my Instagram. You don't have to have an Instagram account to go check out my Instagram page and see a little saved story that is the latest updates on the goats. There aren't a lot of updates. The last update with Doris is that she had 2 little babies. She had a doeling and a buckling. Neither of them were polled, oddly enough, even though Zorro is polled, but they're super cute, and I think they're gonna plan on keeping the doeling and selling the buckling. So that's exciting for them. Doris is doing great. She has big goats to contend with, so she's not as much of a bully, and she did great. She delivered them great, and she's been a great mama. So I will give updates, but I also can't like bug the new owners all the time to go out and take video of their animals and send it to me. I try to be as respectful as possible with them. So you'll see some updates here, and then you'll see more on Instagram. It's a lot quicker for me to just upload a little photo that they have sent me. So it's a big day for the little bucklings because we've got to do a little bit of goat care. They just hit 8 weeks old. So now it's time for us to give them their CD&T vaccinations. Who's ready for their vaccinations?
Ooh, fun time.
I know. Oh, Tilly's having it out with Stella right now. All right, so we're gonna give him a vaccination right here in this little area. I know, it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. So put that shoulder down, there we go. Right here in this little spot. It'll be really quick, okay?
Yeah.
Really quick. Okay. And just a little bit, okay? Gonna pull out a little bit. I know, it's a little bit stingy.
a little bit stingy.
We'll go fast. I know, almost done.
But it's good.
I know. All done. Tilly's very concerned. It's okay. Just really quick. Really quick. I don't know. Really slow. Okay. Good boy.
Yeah.
You didn't even make a sound. You're a good boy.
Oh, what a
Okay.
beauty.
Have a good day. Shake it off. Okay, Tilly, can we trim your little baby's feet?
Is that okay?
Can we do a little trim?
Toby's gonna be okay. He's just getting a trim.
They're so little. It's so funny to trim little babies' hooves because they're so tiny. It's just a tiny little hoof, you know? Not much. Well, that's good.
Good job, Toby.
Just a little trim. No worries.
Oh, I know. You're okay.
You're okay.
You're okay.
Okay, all done.
All done.
Good job.
Mama's right there.
There you go.
There we go.
Tilly, do you want some love? Okay. So even though these little boys are going as wethers, that means that they can't ever breed. They're just gonna be pets. We're not gonna castrate them until they hit 10 weeks old. So normally we wait till 10. We did Apollo a little bit early at 8 weeks because his urethra was fully developed, so he was done a little bit early. Normally you gotta wait till about 10 weeks old. So they've got a couple weeks, then we'll castrate them and then they'll go to their new families. You've got two buddies. And then next I give them their little herbal dewormer, which we give every month for our goats, but the babies will get it at 4 weeks and then every month thereafter.
Tiny bit.
That's good.
It's okay. Bentley.
All done. Yum, yum, yum.
You got it.
Down the hatchet. See? That's yum, yum, yum. You want some? You wanna lick it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Suck on that a little bit.
Okay, Tilly.
Yum. Licked it clean. I don't even have to wash it. Oh, do you love your mom? This is the perfect relationship because Bentley loves to give kisses and Tilly loves to receive kisses.
Oh, Tilly loves attention.
Any attention. You're such a good mama, Tilly.
I'll go chasing rainbows near or far. I'll color your world. Ooh. Someday I will find you, shooting star. You belong in my hand, in my hand.
There you go. Alright guys, thanks for joining us in today's video. If you want to watch a video on how we flood irrigate our yards and the whole process, you can click right here.